Have you ever had a sniffle or a cough? Or maybe a tummy ache that made you miss a fun party? We all know what it feels like to be unwell. Getting sick is a big part of life, and it can be a bit scary sometimes. Our parents and grown-ups worry about us when we are ill. They worry about fevers, strange rashes, or even more serious diseases. For all of human history, people have worried about staying healthy. This worry can stop us from doing things we love, like playing outside with friends or visiting our grandparents, just in case we catch something or pass something on. It's a shadow that follows us around. But then, something amazing happened in the world of science: vaccines. These are like tiny training sessions for your body's defense system, which we call the immune system. A vaccine teaches your body how to fight off a specific germ, like the one that causes measles or polio, without you having to get sick first. It's a brilliant idea, and it has changed the world in big ways. Because of vaccines, many scary diseases that once made millions of people very ill are now very rare. It's one of the most incredible ways science helps us live longer, healthier lives, protecting whole communities. Imagine for a moment if we could take this incredible idea even further. What if, instead of having different vaccines for different illnesses, we had just one? A single super vaccine that could protect you from every single disease that exists. Not just the flu or chickenpox, but everything from a common cold to the most serious illnesses you can think of. It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, doesn't it? One little jab, and suddenly, the worry of getting sick would just disappear. This is a huge idea, but thinking about big ideas is how we make amazing discoveries. This simple, powerful idea could completely change what it means to be human. The constant battle against germs, bacteria, and viruses would be over. The fear that holds us back would be gone, allowing us to live our lives in a completely new way. We could explore the world, meet new people, and try new things without that nagging fear in the back of our minds. This isn't just about not having a cough. It's about unlocking a new kind of freedom for every single person on the planet. It's a future worth dreaming about, one built on the amazing power of science. So, what would everyday life look like in this wonderful, disease-free world? Let's start at home. Families would be different in the best possible way. Imagine parents never having to worry about their baby getting a high fever in the middle of the night. No more missed days of school for children, or missed days of work for their parents, because someone has caught a bug. Family holidays would never be cancelled because of a sudden illness. We could all spend more quality time together, making happy memories without the interruption of sickness. The whole feeling inside our homes would be lighter and less stressful. Now, think about school and work. School would be a place of non-stop learning and fun. Attendance would be nearly perfect because no one would be homesick with the flu or a cold. This means you would never miss that important lesson or a fun sports day with your friends. For grown-ups at work, it would be the same. Projects would get finished on time because teams would always be at full strength. Companies would be more productive, and people could focus all their energy on their jobs, whether they are building houses, designing computer games, or growing food for us to eat. The way we interact with each other would change profoundly too. Think about how we greet each other. We might not need to worry so much about washing our hands every 5 minutes or avoiding hugs when a friend has the sniffles. We could share food and drinks without a second thought. Grandparents could cuddle their grandchildren without any fear of catching a dangerous illness. This would bring us all closer together, breaking down the invisible barriers that germs sometimes create between us. We would live with a new sense of trust and openness, knowing that we are all protected. This universal protection would also make the world feel much smaller and more connected. People could travel anywhere they wanted, from bustling cities to remote jungles, without worrying about strange local diseases. Exploring different cultures and environments would become safer and more accessible for everyone. Adventure would have no limits. The great exchange of ideas and friendships across borders would flourish like never before. It would be a golden age of exploration and connection, all because we removed the single biggest danger that has always held us back. What would happen to our hospitals and all the brilliant doctors and nurses who work there? You might think they would have nothing to do, but that's not true at all. Their jobs would change from treating sickness to promoting wellness. Hospitals as we know them would transform completely. The busy emergency rooms filled with people coughing and wheezing would become quiet. Instead of being places you go when you are sick, hospitals would become amazing centers for helping people become even healthier and stronger. It would be a very positive and exciting place to visit. Doctors and nurses would have incredible new roles. Instead of spending all their time fighting diseases, they could focus on other parts of health. For example, they could help people with injuries from accidents, like a broken arm from falling off a skateboard. They would also become experts in things like nutrition, helping everyone understand the best foods to eat to have strong bodies and sharp minds. They could also focus on mental health, helping people feel happy and confident. Their skills would be used to help us live our best possible lives, not just to stop us from dying from illnesses. The focus of medical research would shift dramatically as well. Scientists wouldn't need to spend billions of pounds and countless hours developing new medicines for new diseases. Instead, they could turn their brilliant minds to other big challenges. They might work on ways to repair the human body, like helping people who are born with health problems, or finding ways to reverse the aging process so we can stay active and healthy for longer. They could explore the mysteries of the human brain, or find solutions for genetic conditions. The possibilities for discovery would be absolutely endless. Hospitals could also become centers for incredible technological advancements. Imagine doctors using their time to perfect amazing new surgeries, like creating new organs in a lab to replace ones that are damaged in an accident. They could develop advanced robotic limbs that feel and work just like real ones. The whole field of medicine would move from defense, fighting germs, to offense, actively improving the human body beyond its natural limits. It would be an exciting time where the goal is not just to be free from sickness, but to be stronger, smarter, and more capable than ever before. In a world protected by one ultimate vaccine, our whole society would become a happier and more equal place. The unfairness of disease, which often affects poorer communities more than wealthier ones, would disappear. Every child, no matter where they were born, would have the same chance to grow up strong and healthy. This would mean that people everywhere could reach their full potential. More people could become brilliant scientists, artists, and leaders because they would not have their lives cut short or limited by illness. It would unlock a massive amount of human talent all over the globe. Think of the resources we would save. All the money that countries spend on fighting diseases, on medicines, hospital beds, and public health campaigns could be used for other amazing things. We could build better schools, explore space, clean up our oceans, and make sure everyone has enough food to eat and a safe place to live. We would be able to solve so many of the world's other big problems because we would have freed up so much time, money, and brain power. Our world would become richer, cleaner, and fairer for everyone who lives in it. Ultimately, life would be defined more by joy and less by fear. We would live with a wonderful sense of security, knowing that we and our loved ones are safe from the threat of disease. This would reduce anxiety and stress, making everyone mentally healthier as well as physically healthier. We could plan for the future with confidence, dreaming big dreams and taking on bold challenges without the shadow of sickness hanging over us. Our lives would be longer, but more importantly, they would be fuller and lived with a greater sense of peace and purpose. This might all sound like a far-off dream, but it's a dream rooted in the real-life miracles that vaccines have already given us. Science has already defeated so many terrible diseases, and it continues to move forward every single day. Dreaming about a universal vaccine isn't just a fantasy, it's an inspiration. It encourages our amazing scientists to keep asking what if, and to push the boundaries of what's possible. Every great invention started with a big idea, and by hoping for a healthier future, we help to create it, one discovery at a time.